Hey guys, welcome to a new video. And as you guys know or should know by now, I'm a huge fan of JJK. And that being said, I'm going to be looking at all of the episodes going from now all the way up to, well, when this season is over, and explain them and try to break them down each. Okay. Episode 6 starts off with the trio walking around Tokyo, seemingly after the events of the last episode. Since it's still early, Yuji and Nobara look for something to do, while Megami opts out so he can go home. Yuji decides to go to a movie while Nobara decides to go shopping. Moment after he leaves, one of Yuji's former classmates run over to Nobara, asking about him. The two of them go to a family restaurant together to talk about Yuji, and Nobara tries her best to get him there. First, she calls up Megami to figure out if Yuji has a girlfriend, and after confirming the fact that he doesn't, Nobara summons Yuji. After Yuji gets there, the former classmates talk for a bit, and after they are done, Yuji walks her to her train. Meanwhile, Aoi Todo and Meimei meet with Gakuganji, the principal of the Kyoto school, to talk about raising the ranks of 5 students, these being Panda, Maki, Yuji, Nobara, and Megami, all to grade 1. Gakuganji, being Gakuganji, asks them to rethink what they're asking of him. However, Todo swears on his name, and also Meimei also swears on her name, that these are honest promotions. Later on, Todo and Meimei have a debate of the topic of these 5 students ranking up over a game of ping pong, with Todo really keen on the idea of him and Yuji working together into the future. However, Meimei reminds him since that they both requested for him being Yuji, to be promoted, neither of them can actually participate in one of his grade 1 missions as an advisor. This leads Todo being hit with a wave of depression, and this also forces him to lose the ping pong match. After this, we are briefly given a glimpse into Utahime's mind as she thinks about who the spy may be. This must be the next day, and this next day, we see the trio, along with Urahime, approaching Meckamaru's room. As they approach his room, they realize they are bamboozled once they open the door, and we are automatically cut to Meckamaru, who, at this moment, is getting approached by Geto and Mahito. At this moment, it is revealed that Meckamaru, in exchange for being a spy, will be rewarded a new body via Mahito's auto-transfiguration. After some arguing about the pact made by the 3, the arrangement is finally completed, and Meckamaru stands up for the first time in his life, and a battle ensues between him and Mahito. Now, before I continue on, I just want to say this directly. If you haven't read the manga or you don't want to know spoilers, don't continue. Like, seriously, don't continue. I'm really finna dig sort of deep into the meat and potatoes of Jujutsu Kaisen, especially with the Shibuya arc. And technically, although this is the Shibuya arc, the arc has not started yet. The arc is going to be starting next episode, most likely, if how I'm predicting the adaptation to go. So this is your formal warning to hop the hell off this video because I'm about to go in. Anyway, now with the breakdown. So the first thing I want to talk about is the rulings for the grade 1 Jujutsu sorcerers to rank up. During the talk between Meimei and Todo, it seemed very unclear what she meant, but she virtually said it directly. She said that neither one of them can participate in one of his rank up missions since they are the ones that requested him. However, if any of you have read the manga, or at least caught up with the manga, you'll know that in Shibuya, Meimei is the one accompanying Yuji during his first grade 1 mission. As for why that is, I'm pretty sure it's pretty simple. How Todo explained it, it's multiple different stages that a grade 1 sorcerer has to be evaluated before they're automatically given the rank. He explains it as first step, you see the evaluation. Second step, you go on a grade 1 mission. And then the third step is you go on multiple grade 1 missions accompanied by a grade 1 sorcerer. I just think that for Shibuya itself, they wanted all of the students to be protected, so they divided the students amongst uh grade 1 sorcerers that they think they work well against or will work well against. For example, Maki was partner up with her grandfather. I believe it's her grandfather or her great uncle, while her great uncle. While someone like Yuji was grouped up with Mei Mei and her little brother. That's the best explanation I have of it. Next thing I want to talk about is actually Meckamaru. So Meckamaru in the anime is portrayed slightly differently than it was in the manga. So Meckamaru in the manga had the same intro, just like it was in the anime when it was revealed that he was a spy. However, one thing that I do want to make clear is how they walked up on Meckamaru and why they changed it. First thing is, in the manga, they didn't open the door ominously. Usually just knocked that bitch down, and then they realized Meckamaru wasn't in there. Obviously, in the anime, they didn't do that. They opened the door. Also with Meckamaru like this, I think it's just because the voice acting, but in the manga, you can't really like in the manga, it's you can tell he's desperate. He's confident in his skills, but you can tell he's desperate for Gojo to get in contact with him or for him to get in contact with Gojo. But in the anime, you can't really tell. You can kind of feel like he's cocky, but you can't tell that he's like really desperate for Gojo to really come in and help him out. And because of that, it's kind of iffy. The voice acting is amazing though. Obviously, I watched it sub. I actually did watch it the day of this is getting released. A day after, just for those who want to catch up or haven't been able to due to like Crunchyroll or region restrictions or whatnot. But yeah, those are the main two things I wanted to break down. I'm going to be doing a separate video on the intro of this episode. And also, if you're wondering why I formatted this episode formatted this breakdown so weirdly, is mainly because I wanted to make it more sensible. Because the episode itself is broken up into like 3 different parts. Really, it's 4, where it's, well, 5 now that I think about it. But broken up into multiple different parts where then you just have to watch it. Like if you watch the episode, then obviously it's going to make more sense than if you just watch this video. But obviously, maybe you didn't have enough time to, or maybe you just don't care. Anyway, for a review of this episode, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 7 out of 10. It's not the best Jujutsu Kaisen episode, and neither do I think it will be one of the best Jujutsu Kaisen episodes. Next episode, I feel like they have a lot more range to do what they wish, since they are going to be most likely adapting the rest of the Meckamaru fight, plus the beginning of the Shibuya incident. So I feel like that episode is going to be far, far better. Anyway, if you guys like this video, like, comment, share, whatever you guys feel is appropriate. Thank you. See ya.